On this segment of His Turn, Her Turn, Paul, Brian, and I, Lauren Fix, the car coach, are getting the opportunity to drive the brand new 2015 Dodge Charger.
We all know the story of the apple in the Garden of Eden, and how one little bite of the apple really changed things. So why don't we use this as our metaphor of what we're talking about here with the new Dodge Charger?
Do you know what a Hellcat is? Mm-mm. What would you think a Hellcat would be?
Sounds intense.
It sounds intense.
Very powerful.
It's powerful. It's so powerful. 707 horsepower.
Oh.
Do you know that we're here to test a car
Okay.
that's 700 horsepower?
Okay.
You could go, do you know how fast you could go with this car? 200 miles per hour.
Is it good?
Is it good? She wants to know if it's good.
Now, you know, there's some really cool things about this car. It's totally new, both inside and out. As we were told, it's 3 cars in one. It's a family sedan. It's a fun sports car, but it's really a sedan. But it's also a track car. Really? A Dodge Charger is a track car? Yes, this Dodge Charger actually is, because you can get a 6-cylinder all-wheel drive all the way up to the Hellcat. Now, as Paul has explained, the apple. The apple is awesome, but there's a secret to this apple. Nice.
And isn't it appropriate that by taking a bite of the apple, you wind up with the Hellcat? I like that imagery. It's a fun car to drive. It's a family-capable, performance-ridden automobile. It's just imbued with so much technology, so much new stuff, so much to make it fun, that you're going to want to take more bites of the apple than perhaps you think you would. Now, if I know Lauren, she's going to want to take a lot of bites of the apple. Let's find out. I'm going to take them off.
But the apple, they're so juicy. So juicy that the secret to this is not just any key. It's the red key. This red key is what you want. It's your race key. The black key, your daily driver key. This is the key I would use every day. Take your own bite of the apple.
We're on our way to Summit Point Raceway in West Virginia, and ignoring the dueling banjos, we're going to find a pretty nice racetrack out there. But on the way, the nice thing about this car is when you think about how well mannered it is just driving out to the racetrack. Remember that this is a car that they said, here's what we're going to do. Instead of building a car that's driven by data, they're saying, let's throw the data out. Screw the data. Forget about the focus groups. Let's build a car and let the car define itself. And it was really a brilliant move. And I wish that more companies would do this, because you know, everything rolls down into numbers for a lot of the bean counter people. And they didn't allow that to happen with this car. So what you do is you start out with a new Charger, where they held the price line at just under $28,000 on this car, with a V6 engine that makes about 300 horsepower. Then you go on to the next one, you know, there's 4 different gradients that you can check out online and find out what all of them are, all the way up to the Hellcat.
Okay, so this is the standard setup that comes along with the Hellcat. You can then set it up for a sport mode and notice that the brakes and everything changes. Now watch again for the track mode. Everything turns red for hot. And if you go to SRT Pages, this is an application that actually shows the vehicle, allows you to have timers available. You can, for your last 0 to 60 or 100 or quarter-mile run, you can actually choose the gauges that you would like to have that are totally specific to the Hellcat. And there's also a second set of gauges that you can choose if you want to know the boosts and so forth. Very easy to tell, little rev. You can also pick the G-forces, and engine settings is also in here. And you can see that. Isn't that cool? A lot of cool stuff in the performance pages on the SRT models.
not only is the packaging different, and you're going to see what appears to be a lot smaller Charger this time too. They said that they kind of shrink wrapped it, and they did. When you see the car physically, it's kind of like when Corvette came out and people had a very, very strong idea about whether they like Corvette or not when they looked at the photo. This is going to be a whole different deal for you with this car too. You can look at a photo, and I saw it, I had a preconceived notion about what it looked like, but when you see it in the flesh, whole different thing, and you're going to like it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, when you're sitting inside the new 2015 Dodge Charger, one thing besides the cool interior design, and they have some great colors, you know, you want to have your kids go with you. Now, nothing is better than having Dodge Charger child safety seats. These are the ultimate with Simpson racing harnesses. Now, for me, this would be the ultimate child safety seat. Rearward facing, frontward facing, custom leather seats with Simpson racing harnesses. That is the way to go.
You know, outside of a purpose-built race car, this is one of the fastest cars I've ever driven in my life. And that's no bull. See what I did there?
Paul, of course it's a fast car because it's got a lot of horsepower. See what I did with that?
So we've been nibbling on this apple.
Well, I think I had a little more than you did.
Well, yeah, you've been behind the wheel more than I have too,
you know.
so that's okay. I like taking bites of this apple. This is a fun car.
It is a really fun car. I mean, there's nothing like performance, but when you have big brakes and really comfortable ride, like a daily driver ride when you want it that way, and yet still performance, tight handling, and a comfortable seat, I'm liking this apple.
You know, the other thing too is that with the electric power steering, you can set it up with whatever kind of steering input that you want on the car. If you want a little bit heavier, you want a little bit lighter, you can just go ahead and dial it up. There are so many things that you can adjust here. Is it going to be too confusing?
Absolutely not. I think Chrysler did a great job. They went along with the original Dodge Brothers theme of just doing one step more. There's 100 years for Dodge brand. So who would have thought the Dodge Brothers in 1914 would have been thinking about this?
You know what? If you study the Dodge Brothers, you will find out that the Dodge Brothers, this fits into the Dodge Brothers very well. They were a couple of hellions. These guys were not milquetoast engineers who said, oh, gee, you know, a horse, let's build a car. They were wild guys. They loved to race.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was a go-fast thing. And as you'll see in the commercials, they were brothers. They were competitive.
They were, and hey, who wouldn't want to build an 11-second drag car from the factory? This is NHRA certified for you drag racers out there. But you know, I think one thing about this car is it really has everything for everyone. And they didn't care about, oh, well, our marketing group said, you know, we need to go with fuel economy and 4 cylinders. They said, forget about it. We're going to build this car the way the Dodge Brothers were.
Yeah, they said, screw the data, forget about the focus groups. We're going to build the car and let the car define itself.
Right.
Thanks for joining us on His Turn, Her Turn. We'll be back with more as we find ourselves in other places to drive cars.
Right, you can follow me at Lauren Fix on Twitter or go to my website, laurenfix.com.
And you can tweet me at @ThePaulBryan, THE Paul Bryan.
Or listen to you on WLS Radio.
And you can find that online at WLSAM.com or on iHeartRadio. Have fun.
Thank you.
Let's see if I want to.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's really good. Tasty. Gotta have the red tea though.
Have a red tea.
I got the red tea.
All right, I'm done.